everybody, I'm Gary York, True Prison Stories. Thank you for watching my YouTube, and today I want to talk to you about that one officer. There's always that one officer that can stir up more shit and cause more trouble in the dorm. Excuse my language. But before we get started on that, I'd like to mention a couple of things. I'd like you to check out Correctional Officer Brotherhood. If you're not a member already, please join. And the Keepers of Chaos with Russ Hamilton. It's a new prison group, however, it's growing rapidly. Many of the people that are in the Correctional Officer Brotherhood are also in the Keepers of Chaos. Please look for those two, and Russ Hamilton is in charge and the administrator of Keepers of Chaos. And I think you'll find that channel very interesting. Appreciate you checking those two out. Now let's talk about that one officer that always causes a disruption in the dorms or in the compound or anywhere they seem to go. Have you ever been in a dorm and everything is working just fine and it's quiet, there's no problems, and you're just happy as can be, and then here comes an officer to either relieve you for a few minutes or come sit with you and work with you for a few minutes because he just happened to be able to move around a little bit, and they come in your dorm and start kicking around inmates' property, telling inmates to do this and do that, and next thing you know, you have a totally chaotic dorm. I thought of that chaotic word because of Keepers of Chaos from Russ Hamilton's group. Anyway, you finally have a chaotic dorm now, and everything was just great. And you look at the officer and say, why did you do that? Why did you come in my dorm that was going just fine, no problems, and now look at the mess we have? Or the officers, when you're moving inmates from one location to another, maybe they're going from their dorm to the chow hall, everything is going smooth, the lines are just great, you don't really see yourself any issues going on, and this one inmate moves just a little bit to the left, just a little bit out of line, and that officer runs over there, get back in line, what the hell's wrong with you, you stupid idiot, what the hell's wrong with you? And now you've got everybody upset. Okay, we want discipline. Of course we want discipline in the prison. But when things are going smooth, we don't need to push the issue. Do you know that these guys are like time bombs and they're dangerous? And if everything's going smooth, let's enjoy that moment for a little bit. And let's don't be that one officer that loves to create trouble. You ever have that officer that just loves to use of force? Man, I need a use of force today. I'm gonna get one before this shift is over. Come on. When a use of force time is necessary, we're all gonna be there. We're all gonna run to the code. Of course we're gonna take care of the problem. But let's don't create use of force. And then all the other officers are like, oh man, now we had a use of force. Every one of us has to write a report because of that guy or that girl or that officer, you know, just wants trouble. I've seen all kinds of things. Courtroom disruptions where the inmates are at first appearance in the courtroom and you bring them up, and this is county jail now, I was talking about prison earlier, and you bring all the inmates up for court and they're on the video TV and you're bringing them up from their dorms in the jail and they're all sitting there real quiet. But one inmate just kind of sticks that left leg out a little bit too far. Well, I would walk up and say, look man, put your leg back in. We got people walking through here, so you're going to trip somebody. It usually worked unless they were still high, coming off drugs or mental illness issue or something. But some officers go up and actually kick that foot and say, get that foot back in. You know, what the hell's wrong with you? Well, number one, you just touched the inmate. Now the inmate jumps on you, wants to fight back, and we've got another use of force on our hands. And now you're all mad because the inmate jumped up and came after you. Well, that's not right. The inmates aren't supposed to do that. We know that. But who made first contact? That one officer did. I'm just giving a few examples of how one officer can disrupt a dorm. Let's go back to the dorm, and it's nighttime. Midnight shift. All the inmates are asleep, and it's 2:30 in the morning. Everything is quiet, and you're thinking, okay, I'm in between, you know, everything. I have some peace and quiet now. My dorm is quiet. Thank you, thank you. We have enough issues as it is. And that one officer decides to flip all the lights on and get on the loudspeaker. and start saying things to the inmates. You think that hasn't happened? It has happened. I've seen it happen. And it gets all the inmates riled up. Now they're all yelling. They're all yelling obscenities. Now there's inmates up in the corner trying to flood their cells. All kinds of stuff. When everything was quiet. That one officer. So please, tell us about your one officer story. Have you ever had that one officer that could take a good situation and turn it into total chaos? Let us know. Tell us your story. Put your comments below. Please don't forget to check out the Correction Officer Brotherhood, Russ Hamilton's Keepers of Chaos, and also my friend Anthony Ganji, Tear Talk YouTube. If you are on my YouTube channel and you have not yet subscribed to Tear Talk with Anthony Ganji, please do so. And thank you very much for listening. And if you like this YouTube, please subscribe.